Dang, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, folks? Lewis here with Nerd Report Saturday edition. We're doing something a little bit different called True Crime Nerd Report or True Crime Nerd, right? Because some people are like always asking, hey, what's the nerd in Nerd Report? Why aren't you talking about movies or computers and stuff? It's like, dude, we nerd out on true crime too, and on Will Smith's slap and all this stuff. So there you go, a little bit of a different thing here on a Saturday. I'll explain a little bit more about what it is, but first I want to make sure everyone could hear me fine, because it would suck if I do this video for an hour and everybody's like, hey, yeah, dude, you were on mute. Believe me, if it would happen to anyone, it would happen to me. So please ensure that we are all right. Please ensure that you could hear me okay, that the sound is great as usual, as there's a little bit of a delay. I see that Yarg gave a few memberships as well, I think, earlier. It's not showing on my thing, but I'll trust you. What's up, everyone? Okay, audio's good. You have to say audio. Yep, audio is good. I'm completely muted. You wish. All right, there we go. All right, so I came up with this idea Saturday nights. We've been doing this for a while, a few weeks already, and I wanted to do something different. I know a lot of you love the true crime stuff, so I thought maybe we'd search and look into old cases, old true crime things, and learn about them together and stuff, and give you a nice little professional video here, hopefully, as we do live. Just so you know, this portion right here will be actually deleted when the video is up, and it will be more tight-niched and stuff. So today we're going to talk about the Craigslist Killer. Do you all know? Have you heard of him? Let me know. Hashtag yes, I have. Philip Markoff. Yeah, Philip Markoff, the one of the many Craigslist killers. We'll talk a little bit about that in a bit. But also, as this video goes, as we continue going live, feel free to leave your suggestions of what cases we should cover and stuff. And maybe, just maybe, we may pick that one out. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have hashtag yes. You guys have heard of it? No? All right. Right, okay. Some people have. As people get notifications, I'm a little bit hesitating here. We do have an expert coming in to add to the information, so stay tuned after I give an introduction. All right, a lot of people haven't. Does anyone remember Craigslist? That's I didn't even know it was still around. I didn't know Craigslist was around. What's up at Daisy? Everybody coming on in here. All right, let's get this party started. But before I do, I would like to remind everyone that we are an independent content creator organization. This is Nerd Report. If you're the first time here, let us know by subscribing, hitting the notification bell. Make sure to go in there and chat it up. Our community is very welcoming. It's totally welcoming, so you don't feel like shy or anything. Let us know where you're watching from. And also, it would be great, not only if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, but also hit the like button. Another thing you could do to support us small content creators is a small donation. Buy us a little bit of coffee. Buy our staff a little bit of coffee. Help buy some equipment. We're going to be traveling in a bit, so help with the gas. You could do that by, number one, Cash Apping is the best way, and PayPal donations are the best way. Cash App and PayPal are the best ways we get most of the proceeds. The other way you could do it is by Super Chat, okay? and I'll get to your comments after that. Who's going to be the first super chatter? Is it going to be you? You could also become a member. I'm going to leave it up to my lovely and awesome staff here, the mods, to please continuously share those links if people want to donate. All right, guys. Without further ado, welcome to Nerd Report as today we discuss the Craigslist Killer. What's up, friends? This is Lewis here, back again. And the internet has evolved a lot. Since 2009, and that's when we're going to be talking about that era, 2009, because there was a certain incident with this thing called Craigslist. Now, does anyone remember Craigslist? Craigslist is kind of like, it's not as used. I know of Craigslist. I used to see Craigslist. Craigslist was cool. I used to, like, if I wanted some old electronics, some old DVDs, I could always go to Craigslist. Somebody was selling that stuff, but it also started selling services. Like, people would mow your lawn, people would clean your house, and then people would give you happy ending massages. You know what those are. Okay, so I'm not going to get too much into that, but this story has a little bit of that. And also, when you have a lot of interaction with strangers, when you trust people too much, there's going to be some incidents, right? And again, the internet has evolved, and there's more safety precautions, safety measures, but at the same time, we just don't trust each other as much as we used to, right? Do we trust each other on the internet? No. I don't barely trust anybody, right? But anyways, I'm going to get to this, and I'm going to have a guest caller and stuff. And let's start off with what we're calling the first edition, hopefully there'll be many, of True Crime Nerd. And I want to warn you all as we go, some of this stuff is very sensitive in nature, and it's also... full disclaimer, it's always evolving. It's an evolving case. Some people's recollection of what happened is different than what is fact, and vice versa. So we're just going on some of the stuff I researched for you all, and hopefully you enjoy it and just sit back and go, wow, that's weird stuff. So let me introduce you to Philip Markoff, who is this guy right here on screen, who is tall, looks handsome, has a big smile, center of attention. He's probably celebrating here some sort of achievement. And but there's a dark part of him, man. There's a very dark part of Markoff here, because we're going to explore the tale of the Craigslist Killer. Special note: there's other Craigslist killers, but this one seems to be the most popular one. So it says right here, per my notes, Markoff was born on February 12th, 1986 in New York. He was an intelligent and high achievement student. Attended Sun Albany before enrolling in Boston University School of Medicine. So this is probably a graduation we're looking at, or some sort of achievement, because he looks like he's wearing those med coats, right? And right off the bat, if you're watching this channel, we're thinking Idaho 4, Brian Koberger career type of thing. Maybe some of similarities between them two. This guy, I believe, is 22 in this picture. Koberger is 28. Koberger is alleged, all right? And in a weird way, so is Markoff. Not actually in a weird way. He is alleged because there was no trial. Well, something happened before he got into the trial, right? And we're going to get into that. So there you go. Normal face, but he had a dark secret, all right? because in April of 2009, Markov targeted women advertising services on Craigslist. What kind of services are those? Those are the adult type services, right? And he also arranged to meet in Boston, because he's from Boston, Julissa Brisman. Okay, now let's look at Julissa right here, because it's sad. It's sad because this is his victim, his main victim, right? Oh, sorry, wrong picture. That's her right there. That's her right there in the red on the picture. I believe she was like 25 and stuff, and she was ended. We're using that word because we're on YouTube. Sorry, but you know what happened. And the way it was done, she went up to his hotel to give the services. Then she was tied up, and there was an attempted robbery. There actually was a robbery, and she was found banged, shot between the carpet of the hotel, you know, like the hall, and the room. Okay, so she's shot several times. All right, this is in April, right? So she's shot several times, but homeboy is caught on camera, because we're living in 2009 right here, right? People are more aware, even though they don't care that much. Some people don't care. People didn't realize as much in 2009 that everything's being filmed, or things are starting to get filmed, right? So this guy, although he's a medical dude, he's kind of dumb. He is kind of dumb because he makes the mistake of like no mask, no nothing. So then the evidence starts mounting. You know, they find a murder weapon eventually, restraints, everything that was on the crime scenes was found towards the end with this guy. But he's in a surveillance. He's caught on camera, dude. There he is. You can see, no mask, nothing, right? No mask, no mask and everything. But when they catch him, there's interrogation by the cops and there's surveillance. And I was able to get that video. I'm going to show it to you in a little bit. So the thing with him also that we have to take into account is that a few days earlier, he attempted to do the same thing to another woman. Well, actually, he did. He bonded another Craigslist worker, you know, massage worker, and stole money from her, but did not end her. And the reason people think it's because Julissa was trying to get away. And that is why he was armed and he used the gun, right? Let's go through the video. Let's go through the surveillance. And the thing is, I want also to set this up. The surveillance you're about to watch was shown to the first victim of this guy's. And she was like, how did you get such a clear picture? Well, because when he ended Julissa, the cops go to the original, the first the first victim, and goes, is this the guy? And she goes, yep, it is. Right? So let's see after he gets caught in New York. He gets caught in New York, and let's see how the interrogation goes.
20th year 2009. The time is 2:45 p.m. The speaker, Detective Dennis Harris of the Homicide Unit, and also present Detective Robert Kenny. The young man being interviewed here this afternoon is Mr. Philip. Would you pronounce and spell your last name, please?
Markov, M-A-R-K-O-F.
Let me tell you that there have been some incidents.
Now, folks, could you guys hear this okay? Please let me know in the comments. I will get to your super chats in a bit. Thank you.
You do match your description. Tell me this, have you ever been to some of the hotels downtown Boston in the past week or so?
Not in the past week.
Okay, before the past week, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You tell me.
Well, my dad and his wife were in Boston maybe in February, and they stayed at a hotel.
Okay, and what hotel was that?
I don't remember. It's one of the ones near Prudential Center.
Yeah, Prudential Center. Is that the last time, Philip, that you were at a hotel?
I believe.
All right. Could you have been there like recently and just don't recall it?
I could have walked through the lobby.
Okay. Do you have a memory of doing that recently?
I don't have a memory of it off the top of my head.
All right. If you think for a second, is there a possibility that maybe you did do something like that?
Walk through the lobby?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't remember.
What would cause you, as a medical student from BU, to walk through a lobby?
Well, the Prudential Center, isn't it connected to all the hotels? So I have to go from walk through the Prudential Center.
Well, do you have what brings you to the Prudential Center, if you don't mind?
I've been there a handful of times.
Yeah, is it just like coffee or shopping, or what brings you down there?
All those reasons.
Yeah, all of those. But no one hotel jumps out at you as far as...
Not really.
You know the unit you're in now? Did you see the sign when you walked in the door?
No.
It says the homicide unit, and I introduced myself as a homicide detective. So that tells you at least something that we're talking some serious stuff here, okay? So I was just maybe hoping that you had some explanation. Say, if I gave you a date of a couple of weeks ago, if you were to tell me there's a reason why you were there, and the person in the photograph was deemed to be you, then maybe you'd have a logical explanation for being in that area. But you don't seem to call to mind.
Well, I went out to eat at Cheesecake Factory maybe a couple weeks ago.
Which is right there. Do you remember the day that might have been? Although
I don't remember the day.
I understand, because sometimes I don't even know that what day of the week it is, what date it is now. But as far as going out to a restaurant, people might say, well, I like it there on Wednesday nights because they have a good.
Now you will notice he has kind of like a almost acting calm, so they don't suspect something. Answer or approach, right? That's what I got out of it.
Special. Do you happen to remember?
No, I don't go out to eat much. I went out with Megan and a couple friends. And we go shopping there sometimes at the Prudential Center.
All right. When you say, was that a couple of weeks ago?
I don't remember when it was.
There's a couple of different locations in the last few weeks, a couple of different hotels, with this image and likeliness. Tall, white guy, good-looking kid, same color hair, same frame, same structure as yourself in some of these photographs. And, just as far as justifying why you're there, we're looking for some help so we can, move forward. But you can't bring to mind any specific... Like, are you familiar with, they say, the Westin Hotel?
Which one, the Westin?
Yeah, the Westin.
I think I've heard of that. I think my brother stayed there.
Okay. Do you know when he may have stayed there?
By the way, side note, when they bring up his brother, apparently at one point, his brother was actually a suspect. They thought it was him. Apparently, maybe they look alike.
Oh, it was a while ago, maybe a year ago or so.
Was there any reason or anything at all to cause you to have been there in the last couple of weeks?
I mean, maybe if I was walking through it.
Yeah. Well, can you call something to mind, Philip? What would have brought you in there to walk through it?
I'm not sure.
You can place the Westin. Can you picture the Westin now? Can you picture where it is? Strategic.
It's next to the Prudential Center, isn't it?
Yes. Well, if you're looking at the Prudential Center and the Cheesecake, say if you walked up Huntington Ave on the outside, the Cheesecake is on the left-hand side, and then moving forward straight inbound, the Westin would be up on your right-hand side. Can you picture it?
I guess. It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I think it connects to the Prudential Center.
Yeah, well,
because I think when my brother was staying there, I walked back and forth. I think there's a connection.
Over the footbridge?
I guess. I don't really remember.
Yeah, but you have no clear memory of being there in the last couple of weeks.
I don't remember. No clear memory.
Is there any reason for me to be scared to go home with this person? Might be outside.
At this time, we're gonna make some decisions. We don't know what's going on outside this room, so we're gonna.
I just.
Hey, do you have any reason to fear him?
No, not at all. But I'm just. You're worrying me.
Well, I can see this is a very serious business, and we don't mean to worry you. We don't mean to alarm you in any way.
I'm just wondering if he's one of two or one of 30
Well, all I know is just following an investigation logically the way that we do, an online internet date, so to speak, or appointment was made from a computer in your apartment. At the same time that an individual that resembles your fiancé shows up at the
Here they're interrogating his fiancée.
hotel where the crime occurred. Okay, was at the hotel where the crime occurred.
All right, so basically it's like this. He had a first victim that he pretty much just robbed and stole her underwear, which we find out later is evidence. Then a few days later, he has the incident with Julissa. Same deal, Craigslist ad offering company. And it appears that there was an attempted robbery and Julissa tried to get away, so he used the weapon. So she became a fatality. Then later, actually, then there were surveillance cameras, actually. And then later, there's another victim or attempted victim, but the boyfriend was waiting downstairs in the hotel and he interfered with the entire crime before he got committed, made Markov run away from him. So this was all over the news and stuff. So after he gets caught, this is within a span of like 7 days. He gets caught. He's not admitting to anything. This is massive news. He attempts to end himself several times until he finally succeeds. He succeeds the ending. So there's never really, as he's waiting in jail for the trial, there's never really a trial because he's gone before he could attend his own trial. And this happened a little bit after his fiancée dumped him finally because the evidence was too overwhelming with this guy. So again, when we get stalked on the internet, on Instagram, on Facebook and stuff, this has been going on for a long time. And now it may be, like I said, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Back then it was Craigslist, which is kind of creepy. Now, before I get my guest in here, I want to also add, sorry, now my voice is going away. I also want to add a few things that were little known facts about the Craigslist killer, all right? So, number one, there's several Craigslist killers, okay? This is the most popular one. So if you Google Craigslist killer, a few other clowns will show up. Number two, there's no real reason known why these crimes were committed. But there's a suspicion that since he had a gambling debt, yes, he was addicted to gambling. He was simply trying to rip these ladies off and then pay for the debt because he had a gambling problem. And people, maybe he thought people wouldn't listen to ladies of the night, they wouldn't come forward. That's one theory. The other thing is that contradicts that one is that he had secret emails with different names. So those emails that he would use were more, how would I say, underground internet, used to get more into the underground of the internet, more the dark web from back then, the more darker side of Craigslist type of thing. So there's suspicion of Second Life online. He was planning to get married. He left a suicide note. I read that he wrote on the wall with his blood at the end. And also, one of the little known things is what I touched upon. as that his brother was mistakenly identified as being him. So that really pissed everyone off in his family. But ever since then, Craigslist has taken some extreme measures to clean up their act and make it safer for their clients. But there you go with that. That is a little bit about this guy, this monster, Phil Markoff and stuff. Now, let me try to get a guest in here and stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that and learned a little bit. And maybe I'll learn a little bit more right now. I go right here. This guy, this monster. All right, you can turn off your internet. Phil Markoff. And let's see. Yes. Let me get right here. Sorry, guys. What do you guys think? Did you guys learn something? Let me get rid of this. All right. All right. Could you hear me? Say something.
Hi, Lewis.
Oh boy, here we go. We know who that is. What's up? Welcome back.
It's nice to be back. Nice to be back. Nice to see everybody. You look good, Lewis.
Oh shit. I'm trying. I appreciate it. Flattery will get you everywhere, you know. Wanted to do this something a little different. Why is this showing here? All right. Sorry, all right. Could you hear me? There's an echo. Say something.
Hi, Lewis.
Oh boy, here we go. We know who that is. What's up? Welcome back.
There's a delay.
There's a delay. 1 second, folks.
It's nice to be back.
Why is there a delay here?
Nice to be back. Nice to see everybody. You look good, Lewis.
Oh shit. I'm trying. All right, there I got it. You still on?
I'm here.
All right, let me get this over here. Let me get this. Well, Jules, still work in progress. We have a new little format here. And stuff. Let me know, guys and gals, once again, if you guys could hear Jules okay. I'm gonna have to actually invest in another monitor to see the chat. So I'm gonna actually pull the chat up in in my phone, and then I could talk to you guys there. But meanwhile, Jules, are you familiar with the Craigslist Killer?
I am. I was people are going to think I'm crazy. When I saw that you were going to cover this, I got all excited. I know.
You got excited for this.
I know, because I remember this case, and this case has a lot of intricacies to it, which you did a great job covering it.
What did I forget? What did I forget? What do you think I should have done?
I mean, ultimately, you know how they caught him? They caught him on I-95. It wasn't just the video. When he duct taped them, he didn't wear gloves.
Well, let me get. I do have those in a note. Let me reiterate.
Sure.
So sorry about that. The mistakes he made, and I do have these notes. Is used his phone. Mm-hmm. So check this out, folks. He made the first victim delete his number from her phone, but not knowing that the phone company would still have records of that number. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's IP addresses and email addresses he used probably for Craigslist. So again, people didn't understand the internet, and it's funny because all this talk about how smart he is, and he does dumb things. What do you think?
Well, you would think, I would say back in 2009, people didn't realize the things that they can, police were able to do at the time. I mean, by him leaving his, they got his fingerprints off the duct tape. Here's the thing. See, we never know what a person is really like. People are like, oh, when somebody commits a horrible act, they must come from a bad family or, whatever. But he came from a good family. The father was a dentist. He grew up in a great household. He was afforded every education possible. I mean, he attended NYU for a period of time before going to the University of Alabama, and then eventually ending up in the Boston University. He was in med school. Smart, intelligent, and honestly, he's not a bad-looking guy either. Okay. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, he's a really good-looking guy compared to Ryan Kohlberger. That's just my opinion.
All right. Well,
But
look,
he was engaged. He was engaged to be married to a young woman that had no earthly idea he was committing these crimes. And there's 5 other crimes that are unsolved till this day, and they think he's responsible, but there's no way to prove it.
I actually have a picture of his fiance on as you said that. So she was sticking by him until they found, I believe, allegedly 16 pairs of underwear.
Yes.
They
found lots of things. His emails. Oh my goodness gracious. The emails that they uncovered, and, on how he spoke about himself and his addiction, and I don't mean pharmaceutical addiction.
Well, there's other things too, not only gambling, but that's kind of speculatory.
Well, he claims it in his own emails.
Where he's using aliases.
Well, yes.
So, look.
And I feel sorry. I felt sorry for her because in the beginning, like in the first week to 10 days of all of this breaking, I mean, she got on to one of the morning shows. I don't remember if it was the Today Show or Good Morning America, but it was one of those morning shows, and where she was interviewed, and she point blank told people, don't believe what you hear. These things aren't true. Philip is a great guy. She defended him balls to the walls until they showed her the evidence.
Yeah.
Sad.
What's another fascinating thing about this case is there's no real deaths except one, and it seems like it was kind of like not his initial intention, robbery being the first intention. It's kind of weird because on screen I have Trisha, right? Trisha Lafler, who actually, I believe 3 days before the victim that was deceased, that was shot, she was actually robbed by this guy. And that's the one that kept erased my phone number off your phone, only that you could just call Verizon and go, whose number is this that I called? So, and he didn't wear a mask. Like you said, he didn't wear gloves and stuff like that. And I think the biggest piece of evidence is that before his trial date, he ended himself. Right? It's a big piece of evidence.
Yeah. Well, what happened is 3 days. Well, when they first arrested him, he said that, what they all say, I didn't do this. Mm-hmm. And 3 days later, while he was in county lockup, he attempted to unalive himself, and the guards stopped him from doing so. And, he didn't give a reason why. It was like, I'm depressed. And he started trying to do the whole, there's something mentally wrong with me.
Yeah.
He was laying the groundwork for that. But as they revealed more and more evidence that Philip Markoff was really the Craigslist killer, even though he only unalived one person, he did commit a violent act against 2 other women. And again, there's 5 other unsolved ones out there that they do believe he is responsible for. But what happened is, once the truth all came out, his fiance, Megan McAllister, finally, they showed her the evidence. Here it is. And she went to the jail to visit him, and she told him, I cannot go on with this relationship. Mm. She told him point blank, I do believe now you did do this. And she left. And that evening, he attempted to unalive himself once again. And he did say, he admitted it was because Megan broke up with him. He remained in county lockup for a year, and there were motions back and forth, in and out of court. He did have an attorney. It was not a public defender, although I don't recall who his attorney was at the time, but it was not a public defender. It was an attorney that his family provided him. And one year later, which would have been the day that he was supposed to marry Megan, it was like the 1-year anniversary, he became depressed. Mm-hmm. And the following morning, they found him unalived in his cell, and therefore the trial never went forward.
Yeah. Weird. I'm getting a little bit of an echo here. Let me try to fix this. Maybe it'll fix right now. Growing pains, right, Jules? We try to fix the studio, and then there's crazy things going on. Let me know if you all hear an echo. There you go.
And on the upside of this, as creepy as this guy was with what he did, as low, he did try to lay the blame on his brother, but that didn't fly. But there was something positive that did come out of all of this. His fiance did move on with her life. And she's now, she's a private physician in Illinois. So she completed her medical training, and she became a doctor. She moved out of New York, and this really could have damaged her. I mean, I can't imagine. Louis, can you imagine being involved with someone that and you find out that they committed these kind of acts?
Well, he was arrested he was living in or apprehended in Rhode Island, right? New York. Mm-hmm. So the police specifically say that when they found him, he is actually with his fiance, like nothing willy-nilly. Having, beautiful relationship. It looked like walking outside the apartment, and they're like, yeah, look, there's like nothing. It's like a nothing burger, right? Like they look like nothing happened, but it's him. They're sure it's him. They got the pictures and stuff. So, yeah.
And his fingerprints. And not only that too, though, they found rope, duct tape, things that you would bond somebody up with in the trunk of his car. How do you explain that? You can't explain those things away.
No, and then I can't get over the stupid, delete my phone number from your phone. I don't know. I'm getting Brian Koberger vibes. I think Brian Koberger is going to be known he made a lot of mistake, while at the same time being considered a genius, right?
It's kind of crazy, but they always say there's always mistakes made. You can think you committed the perfect crime, but there is no such thing as the perfect crime.
Okie dokie. Well said. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of True Crime Nerd, or whatever the heck we're going to call it on Saturday. We're not going anywhere, but stay tuned. If you have any suggestions of any old case you want us to like look through or just discuss with you all, feel free to share it in the comments before or after this video, even if you're watching it live. Do you want to add anything to this, Jules, before we go to the next topic?
I think this was a great case for you to highlight. It brought back
memories.
It did. I know I sound crazy, right?
Jules is crazy.
It's but you know, it was great. I think this is a great idea, Louis, to highlight old case files. Yeah, I got a couple.
You got a couple? What?
I got a couple.
What do you got?
I would love to do a story on John List, as this was a crime that happened in New Jersey back in the 70s. And I was living in Jersey. I had 3 little babies at the time. And it's a story. You should look it up. John List. John List.
You gotta send. Does anyone know that? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know how the audio is going as we're trying to fix it. We're gonna get ready to. We're gonna be rating Grayson Report after this, but I think it's time for Ask Us Anything, as we usually do, right? So we got a few more minutes before we.
The law wants you to do Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez, man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
How did that affect you on the East Coast?
Oh, it was all over.
Rating Grayson.
That was everywhere.
Yeah, but did it scare you?
Yeah.
Because we were scared here. Really? East Coast.
You know, yeah. Yeah. Listen, you know, serial unalivers. Hey, Lisa, nice to see you.
What's up, Lisa?
Reports in the house. Yeah, no, they all scared. Ted Bundy scared me. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to do one of those. I'm going to do one of those, but it's just, there's a lot more information, many more layers to those people than there is to the Craigslist.
The reason why they scared me is because I am, to my detriment, I'm a very friendly person. And like, if I'm in a, shopping center or whatever, if I see that somebody might need help, I'll offer help. Or if I'm struggling with something and somebody will come up to me, do you need help? Yeah, I'll take the help. And you know what? It's a dangerous thing to do nowadays.
Yeah, you try to help people and then they backstab you.
Yeah, or people come to help you and they're not really helping you. They want to do something to you.
Correct.
So we've really the internet has made us become more aware. So that's it's good. It is a good thing. But
absolutely. Let me go through. Let me get these. Let me thank some people. Yarg, before we started, he gifted a bunch of gifts. That's amazing, man. Thank you, Yarg. Thanks for those gifts. Hearts for Yarg. Kurt, 2 hearts for you as well. New membership. Nancy with $20. Super chat. Thank you so much. And Nancy again with a $5 super chat. Hearts for everyone who's supporting. Thank you so much. See, my voice is going away now. Here, let me put your comments up so everyone can see them. Here we go. We're doing something different now. Comments are now on screen, ladies and gentlemen. So feel free to ask us anything. I'm going to share Grayson Report's link in a bit. So What's up, Susie? What's on everyone's mind? Angel, Melissa, how you doing? Kimberly, Christina, how the hell are you? Sally, Lisa Boo, Leslie, how are you? Oh my God, Bernadette Lone Fire. I have no voice. Damn you, girl. You killed. That's it. You took my voice.
Rocket. Bernadette, thank you. Lewis appreciates it. He's losing his voice.
It's gone. Damn you, Craigslist Killer. Asshole.
I wonder if you should keep lozenges in your keeping your throat moist while you're on air.
Something. I've asked DJs about that. They don't even know what to do. They get their voice lost. Oh my God, Spirit of the Tree. Thank you so much for that Cash App donation. Thank you so much. I got to buy Jules a meal over there in Arizona. So I heard she eats a lot. So
I do.
get her a nice Italian meal.
Oh no, I don't eat Italian food out. I'll eat pizza out, but I will not eat Italian food out.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, I won't.
Leslie, thank you for coming on in here. Yeah, make sure to hit that like.
You've got questions coming.
I'm looking for them. Make sure to mention them, Jules, if you see them.
I just missed one. Where'd it go?
Spirit of the Tree, please, hearts for you for the donation Cash App. Thank you so much for that. You rock. Thanks for that. We got all the comments. Hurry up, you guys can comment. Get your comments up on.
Your comments and put your questions in.
Yeah. It's getting hot in here. So how you been this week, Jules?
Oh, I had a little bit of a health issue that needed addressing, and it got addressed, and I'm doing much better. Thank you for asking.
Better now?
I am much better. A little word of advice to people out there: when you're given new medication by your physician, something that you've never had before, and they tell you, well, this may happen or that may happen.
Run.
Pay attention. Well, pay attention because I had reactions that I thought were normal, and it turns out that it could have killed me.
Yeah.
So don't ignore when you're on new medication and you start feeling something different. Don't do what I did and sit home, for 4 days before seeking medical attention. Please.
Yeah.
Medical
and also,
right away.
I want to add to that, but you don't have to take this advice, is always do your own research on the side, because doctors don't know jack or shit. Question doctors, question science. That's why this past thing, the thing we were with the Bud Light for 2 years doesn't make sense. You always question science. You always question science. Science questions itself. That's how it improves. Doctors do not know everything. It's medical practice, not medical fact. They will give you the wrong medication, unintentionally trying to help you. Okay, I'm not saying that they're a-holes, but do your own research on the side, folks. If not, then whatever.
Lewis, you're absolutely correct. I can't blame the doctor.
No,
the doctor
they tried.
Had no idea that my body was gonna, it attacked my pancreas. My pancreas could not handle it, and it gave me an acute attack of pancreatitis, which ended me in the hospital for 2 days. And for the pancreatic enzymes to come down. So, and it was due to the medication. There was nothing else. It was a brand new medication I was on, and I ignored Don't ignore. If your body is telling you something, pay attention. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
Can you see this camera angle right here? You see? That's a camera angle.
Yeah.
You can see me. That's not the one. All right. Melissa's asking, have you heard anything about Anne Heche's death? Has anyone investigating it? As a matter of fact, they did. And I'm going to update you on it from what I heard last time. Initially, there was a lot of assumptions, a lot of accusations of the worst part. That's the one, that news is the one the media ran with, put out everywhere. As soon as the toxicology test came back negative for everything, we heard a peep. Didn't hear jack or shit, because that's not sexy news. In other words, the whole damn thing was an accident, folks. It's out there. You could see. So yeah, when it sounded like it was something bad, it was all over the news. As soon as they correct, the real news came out, the toxicology, and Ash, she was clean, and Heche was clean. Yeah. Very little reporting on that, very little updating and stuff like that. And we only have so much of a voice, but that's what happened with that, unfortunately.
And to add to that, I think it's really very unfair because there were reports on that particular vehicle that she was driving. There were many reports that there was, wish I could remember, but where the car would lunge forward. That there was quite a few recalls on it. So I'm just like very disappointed because they never did follow through to have that car examined, because this truly was a tragic accident, and people need to stop with the
it was
innuendos and gossip.
Correct.
Because it doesn't do anybody any good. So
yeah, keep the questions coming, folks. Yeah, the media won't correct itself. Unfortunately.
No, it won't.
You see another question?
Yeah. This is from Teresa K.S. She wants to know if we've heard that they separated the trials in the Daybell Vallow case. Yes, they have separated them. She's going first. She wanted the trials. She wanted her husband and her to be tried together. He fought to have them separated. In the end, he won. He didn't want a speedy trial. She wanted a speedy trial. And I do believe it's either next week or the following week. They will start jury selection. She goes on trial first. So that's going to be a really interesting case to follow, Teresa. I'm definitely going to follow it. The judge is still up in the air whether or not they're going to allow it to be live streamed. So we still don't know yet on that.
Bernadette Lonefire is asking, do you remember the weird death of Anthony Bourdain? He was
the dude, yeah.
Bourdieu? Okay.
The guy who traveled around the world tasting food. Yeah. That was, unfortunately, he suffered from bipolar, and he eventually unalived himself.
Oh, that's what happened?
Yes, he did. He would go around, he would travel all through Italy, Ireland, I mean, you name it, and he would find the most amazing, unusual dishes to try. And it was a great show. In fact, CNN used to cover it.
Yeah, by the way, because people are saying they miss Amy, this week I do have a video with Amy on Thursday. There's some changes going around with her channel. Not my place to share them. But yeah, I'm going to be on Nerd Report with Amy. So it's interesting stuff. I'm not going to say anything, that's all. But yeah, so if you guys miss Amy, Nerd Report is going to have Amy Goodhart. So,
Sally in the chat. John List was in my neck of the woods. Yes, he unalived his family. It was in my neck of the woods too, Sally. I only lived 10 minutes from the guy. That's why I really want Lewis to do a show on John List. So I'm glad I'm not the only one out there that remembers that.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas, but I do need time to research them because I just don't want to come on and sound like a doofus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Question, Lewis and Jules, have you seen the Shanique Robinson? Shanquilla, right? Is it?
Yeah, Shanquilla.
Shanquilla Robinson fight video. Hold on a second. It's awful. Her friends on the live during Mexico. Is there a new video?
Yeah, no, there's a video
A new one.
Well, it's the one from inside the hotel room where it shows.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, but it's being brought up to. I mean, the White House now is getting involved in it, and our I don't know which department it is, but whatever,
Homeland Security,
whichever, or the FBI or somebody needed to get involved with this from the get-go because this was committed in another country, and Mexico has a warrant out for her arrest. And did you know that we don't have to extradite to Mexico? I did not know that until this case.
Yeah.
So and the United States isn't charging her because the crime didn't happen here in the United States. It's like this young girl's family is stuck in limbo land.
So you could go and commit a crime over there, come over here, and you're good?
Yeah, apparently.
Wow. Yeah, in regards to Leslie, mods may not have that information, Leslie, but please share your PayPal, Jules.
Mine?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, crap.
Get a little something for some Italian food.
I got to see if I...
Yeah.
Do I have it?
Also, mods, share the Nerd Report PayPal as well. Buy us some coffee or some throat medication, which is probably going to be what I need from now on. Thank you so much.
Oh, there it is. I don't know how to share it. Oh, wait. How do I share this?
That's all you, girl.
I don't know.
Well, you handle that and listen to this. Daisy's asking, can you please look into Aaron Carter's death? It's hella fishy. Everything leading to it was he was found. His mom is even asking for help. Aaron Carter, you know him?
Yeah. He's the younger brother of Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
I just think he had a relapse.
You don't think it's foul play?
I don't think it's foul play. I don't. I mean, I think the mom is reaching. As a mom, I probably would too. I have no idea. What do you call it? I don't know, Lewis. That's kind of a rough one.
Yeah, we can look into it. Anyways.
Thank you, Daisy. I don't know how to do my own. I don't know how to do my own stuff.
Daisy had to help you.
Daisy posted it. I had no. I'm illiterate when it comes to.
You can't. Well, thank God you wouldn't do this, but thank God you don't commit crimes because you get caught in 2 seconds.
Oh, I would for sure. Absolutely, I would.
She'd be like, Lewis, I just robbed an old lady, and it's like, Jules, we're on the air. I had to,
I'm trying to even see what the freaking my PayPal thing is. I don't even know that one either. Oh, that's what.
Yeah, but meanwhile, anyone have any ideas for other cases?
Yeah, throw some.
Yeah, throw them in there.
And throw them in there. And come on. Lewis Rick. Ever heard of blood sacrifices? There are a lot of those. I've heard of them, but I don't know that would be. I don't think that would interest me. What about you, Lewis?
Blood sacrifices? Nah.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Nah.
I don't know.
Too bloody. Too bloody.
Yeah,
I will say this, with no affiliation at all. I'm taking no sides on this. But on Thursday, if they arrest Trump, we're going live just to cover whatever happens because it is news.
It's Wednesday. I thought it was
Tuesday.
Yeah, I thought
we'll just watch. That's it, right, Jules? We'll just watch.
With no commentary?
Well, we could say, look at the protest over here. I don't know. It's a slippery slope, but we don't want to. We have our opinions, but we don't, it's whatever.
I don't think it's going to happen. I just think it's a whole big publicity stunt, if you ask me. Do you really think they're going to arrest him, Lewis?
We'll see on Tuesday.
I don't think so.
We'll see on Tuesday. Don't smile.
I'm sorry, guys.
Just for I mean, not that we're happy that's going to happen, not that we are glad, happy, or sideways, or we have no opinion.
I'll tell you what. If
content.
he does get arrested, which I really don't think it's going to happen, but if he does, boy, that's going to throw 2024 election in a woohoo.
Yeah, Biden will lose easy.
Oh, Biden's losing no matter what.
No, but yeah.
I mean, that's my personal opinion, folks, and I don't want to talk about
it. And it doesn't mean we want him to win. It just means he will because it's like a martyr type of thing. You know what I mean? Let me see if Lisa started right now with her thing. But anyways, we'll cover it because it's the news type of thing. Are you ready for Grayson report?
Yeah, what ghost story is she doing tonight?
She's upgrading her stuff too.
She's doing great. She really is doing great.
Folks, head over to Grayson Report. Say Lewis sent you. I'm dropping the link in the comments right now. That's her new video. We're going to be rating. Everybody head over there, all 100 people. If all of you, I have a secret. If all of you watch...
she did her screen nice too, Lewis.
Yeah, she may reach her goal today.
Oh my God, I love her new layout. Oh, yeah. Why aren't you being a copycat?
My layout's dope too. Are you looking at it?
I can't see it.
You haven't seen my layout. My layout's just as good.
I have to
look at my layout. I upgraded. You were off for a week. I upgraded my layout.
Yeah. Oh wow, because Lisa's is great.
Yeah, but look at my layout. It's pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Damn it. Everyone head over there. Tell her Lewis sent you right now.
Oh, yeah, there's your layout. Too.
Yeah, my layout's dope. My layout's dope. Yeah, we both upgraded everything for you all. You guys have been supporting the channel. Why not, right? All right, Jules, last words before we invade the Grayson Report with some ghost stories. What do you got?
Everybody, nice to see everybody again. I missed you guys. Glad to be back. Thank you for all the well wishes. Don't mind Frankie. He's having his last word too. And continue to support Lewis. Don't forget, hit that like button down below, subscribe, share, and be here. See you later.
That's awesome. Jules, applaud hearts for Jules. We'll talk in a little bit. Head over to Grayson Report. All right. That was the lovely Jules, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready now. I'm going to drop it in the comments again. Everybody head over to Grayson Report. If you all go there today and watch for an hour, she may be monetized by the end of that hour. Just have it on in the background. Drop in a link, and we're going to raid Grayson Report. All right, guys? Talk to you all later. Nerd out.